All right, guys, we are here this morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing good today. Let me drink some coffee. Wake up a second. We are here this morning. Good morning. Oh man, honestly, I ended up making hundreds and hundreds of dollars from Netflix yesterday. I didn't really. I forgot to tell you guys, it's a stock position, so I'm not really, I don't really talk about it that much, like my stock positions. But just know, yeah, I made a bunch in Netflix yesterday. Uh, I think I sold my whole position now. I think I'm out of it, um, which is nice. Netflix had this ridiculously large gap up here. Look at this thing, man. Let me put some music on. Hold on. No, I wish I traded futures, man. The green streak is over now. Um, you know, it's how it goes. It's all right. It'll be less pressure. We had 10 days green in a row. Yeah, I mean, the reason we sold Netflix is just because, like, okay, so we bought Netflix last week, and it's a swing trade slash investment if it doesn't go my way. And we were watching it yesterday because we were on Top Step TV right at the closing bell, and then Netflix ended up just flying up. Like, we were in Netflix at like 7 or like 8. Let me see where we were in Netflix. I'm trying to see if it shows me where my entry was. Let's see when I bought Netflix. I can't remember. I'm gonna go from January 1st to today. There you go. Yeah, so I bought Netflix at 8:30. At 8:30. So I bought Netflix down here. Right around here is where I bought Netflix. And I was just up so much so quickly. So we made like we made like $500 or something like that from it. So it was good. We took a profit on that already. Uh, where's Bitcoin at? Let's see. And you can see the Dow up too. Bitcoin's still at 105s, looking pretty good. Always remember, guys, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Do not copy me. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose money. You always got to make your own assessment, trade responsibly. I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. If you copy me, you might lose. Do not copy me. All that good stuff. We got some earnings that come out today, right? I don't know if I'm just early or what, but we're supposed to have something. I think we're supposed to have like UAL. Yeah, Procter & Gamble is out. They came in better than expected EPS, better than expected for revenue. Johnson & Johnson came out. They beat EPS, missed revenue. Ally Financial beat EPS, missed revenue. Travelers beat EPS, missed revenue. Comerica missed EPS, beat revenue. Got a couple other ones, but nothing big. But Netflix is still what everybody's kind of reeling off of. Yeah, it's funny because it's like, I bought this whole gang of swing trades. I bought AMD, Amazon, Baba, Bitcoin, Coca-Cola, Nike, Pepsi, Target, Netflix. I bought all these in the last like 2 months, I would say 2 or 3 months. And the plan was to hold them short term. And I ended up holding them long term for a lot of them, just because I thought Bitcoin would still make another run into the future, so I might as well sit on it. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm green in Target. I'm green in Amazon. And I'm green total on everything anyway. And the reason I like Netflix prior to this is because they're getting into sports. They're getting into live sports. It's something I talked about on Top Step TV yesterday. Like, they're getting into live sports. I think they're going to do really well. I think they're going to split sometime soon as well. I think they're getting pretty close to 1,000. Very rarely do companies let their stock price stay over 1,000. So I think we're going to get a split announcement sometime soon too. I'm holding Fubo. Yeah, the Fubo deal is interesting. I just don't like it, though. I don't like the Fubo software. I might be wrong. I might eat my words in the end, but yeah. Yeah, so I think it's... I think it's mid-November we have Netflix, or we have NVIDIA earnings. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they're February 26th. We have NVIDIA earnings. Yeah, we had snow last night. Does the market continue to rebound for the rest of this week? Is the poll. Vote on the poll. Let me know what you think. I see gold still pushing. Is gold still heading up? Let me see. Yeah, it's at 2760s. Yeah, so let's see the NASDAQ here. So the QQQ, when I'm looking at it yesterday, another green day, man. We're riding up. We're looking strong. We're at 530s. All right, chat. Yeah, I'm reading some articles to see what's going on in markets today. We're using AI right now to kind of break through some of the stuff. All right, let's see if AI's gotten better. Yeah, sorry to hear Pawn. All good, man. Apple was downgraded yesterday. So somebody's asking me why is Apple down so much. Apple was downgraded. We had a historical snow day yesterday with 11 inches. Yeah, honestly, we had a lot of snow here too. Yeah, we have SoFi. We have a lot of earnings next week. We got SoFi earnings, Apple earnings, Amazon earnings, Meta earnings, IBM earnings, Tesla earnings, the Fed rate hike decision, GDP data, and PCE data to end the week off. So we've got a lot of data to next week. Next week basically consolidates a lot of the data to one specific week. We got a pause in rates, which will be really interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting week for sure. We just have so much stuff next week. Like, I'm going to be busy all freaking week next week. All right, guys. So, better be busy than bored. About to bail on PayPal. Yeah, PayPal. I liked buying it. I bought PayPal when it was at $50. It's now at 90. I like it a lot less. You know. So I bought PayPal when it was at $50. Sold it at like 70, and then haven't touched it, messed with it since. It's too high. It's too up there right now. Yeah, there's not as much snow as there was last night. Like, some of the snow held last night, but it didn't really snow like it used to, you know? Yeah. Better be busy than bored. Minus 13 in Chicago. Yeah, man. It's we're getting cold. I love the cold though. It was fun. We built snowmen yesterday. I had the weirdest dream, bro. The weirdest dream. Yeah, I had dreams that I was stealing cars and I had to fly to some place to do it with 3 friends. It's just a very strange freaking dream, dude. Very weird dream last night. I can remember it though, which is odd too. I almost never remember my dreams. Oh, I should have write them down. Yeah. I'm a little skeptical of Netflix that it might do a pullback because they're raising the cost monthly. I think that'll benefit them. I think people are going to pay. I mean, they might pull back. I don't know. You know, but I think people are going to pay it regardless, to be honest. Yeah, I think people are going to pay it regardless. Pre-market's interesting. I mean, it's kind of slow. I'm looking at Netflix here. Look, here's Netflix. I'll put another one up. We'll put the SPY up here. Here's the Dow. We've got the Dow up for some reason this morning. Here's the SPY, still in that trend. Here's the Q. Strong day. Most markets are up overnight. Looking at AI, we'll break it down. So stock futures indexes, particularly those tied to NASDAQ, surged following Netflix's strong quarterly performance and the announcement of a multi-billion-dollar advancement into AI infrastructure. The streaming giant Netflix reported an addition of almost 19 million subscribers in the last quarter, surpassing expectations. It led to 15% rip in the stock price. In pre-market, Johnson & Johnson reported adjusted earnings of $2.04 per share, slightly above analyst expectations. Its 2025 revenue, though, the guidance was below forecast, leading to a 1.2% decline in pre-market AI investment. So the new president announced a significant investment in AI infrastructure, benefiting companies like Oracle, which saw a 9% rise in its stock price, and Nvidia, which gained about 3% yesterday, becoming the largest U.S. company by market cap. If we take a look at Nvidia here, a lot of these are up. Nvidia up to 145 still, which is pretty good for them. Like they're still moving up. They're at 145s. That's good. We also had David Einhorn's perspective. He's a hedge fund manager. David Einhorn expressed concern about market valuations, likening the current phase to the Farkhorn stage of the cycle. Let me know if you agree with him. He said, quote, his fund, Greenlight Capital, is taking a cautious approach investing in companies like Peloton and Centene while criticizing the speculative nature of the crypto market. Looking at treasury yields, the U.S. 10-year treasury yield remains pretty stable at 4.57%, 4.57, right around 4.6%. Yeah, and that's the market right now. And again, tomorrow we got jobless claims unemployment. We've got, jobless claims unemployment tomorrow. We have a lot of stuff next week. And we ended our green streak, man. Our green streak on Top Step X is over. We had our 10-day green streak, and now it's done. 71% thinks the market continues up for the rest of this week. We'll see. All right, chat. All right. catch back up in the chat here. Kim says, hey everyone, she's driving this morning. Hey, tell her we said hey. Just got here. Good morning. Do you analyze Tesla? Yeah, we do sometimes. Tesla at 420s, you know, still had a pretty good reaction to the presidency and all that stuff. Like a lot of people thought we would. And again, I'm covering this news. I don't want it to seem like I'm shilling for one side, like shilling for the current president. I'm not. I am very neutral politically. I don't really care about any of that stuff. Well, we have a poll now, so yeah. What would you think? I really don't know. I think it could go either way here. I think this week we might continue to run while we pull back next week is what I think. Or we could do the opposite and just break highs. All the big earnings are basically done this week. We don't really have anything else that's going to wildly influence markets. We got like GE, American Airlines, Alaska Air, Texas Capital, and some other small companies. But nothing really big. We got like Texas Instruments tomorrow evening. We got some oil at the end of the week. This week we got like Amex, NextEra. That's basically it. And then next week is incredibly busy. Next week we have SoFi Monday, AT&T Tuesday, Bank of Hawaii, or SoFi and AT&T Monday, and then Boeing, GM, Lockheed Martin, RTX Tuesday, and then after that we got a Starbucks Lending Club. We've got Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, IBM. We've got UPS, MasterCard, Dow Chemical, Blackstone, Southwest Airlines, Nokia, Comcast. We've got Apple, Intel. Sheesh, bro. Next week is crazy, dude. It really is crazy. And the craziest day next week is Wednesday. And I'm trying to see what everything else we got. Palantir the next week, PayPal, Spotify, AMD, Google, Snapchat on the 4th of February. Uber, Disney. Where's Amazon? Has Amazon not confirmed yet? Where's Amazon's earnings? February 6th it says. Okay. So that is Thursday. Okay, I guess it's February 6th. I don't know. Do you think Japan will raise rates Friday? Yeah, that's a big thing. Yes. I think they're going to be hawkish. They're going to raise rates. I think it probably will. I agree with you. People will pay for Netflix raise. Just thinking that the market makers might use it. Yeah, that's possible. As weird as what sounds. I have a $15,000 portfolio and asking him what he thinks, not you. I mean, Eli. Oh. I was gonna tell you, like, a $15,000 portfolio is not a huge portfolio. If at first I thought you were trying to like flex and be like, bro, get out of here. My portfolio's 15K, you know, and that's a pretty small portfolio, you know, like objectively. People have portfolios, hundreds of thousands, millions, you know. Anyways, if I was to start over and had $100 for long-term investment, what would you start on? I'm going to preface it with this. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Not an investment professional. Do not copy anything I say. If you copy me, you might lose. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I do trade off stream. You're not going to see all my trades. I'm not even claiming to be a good trader or investor. Don't copy me. Not an investment professional. Understand CFTC 4.41 hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations, guys. Now, with that said out the way, if I had $100, I would probably just start to like accumulate something. Like I'd buy either like Apple, Amazon, anything that was cheap at the moment. I'd probably try to get in. Apple, Amazon, maybe like a bank stock. I don't know. Just long-term investment account accumulation is what I would do with it. It definitely wouldn't be a penny stock or like a mid cap or anything like that. It would still be a blue chip. Taiwan Semiconductors looks good. Yeah, I watch the SPY Q. Yeah, here's the Q right here. I watch it. I invest in them too, occasionally. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not hating on them for the 15K portfolio. Yeah, it's good. I mean, congrats, Eli. That's great. You know, I'm not hating on you for it, brother. But I also don't think it's like a big, like, I don't think you should go around flexing that either. I think it'll make you, you'll get made fun of. No offense. I mean, I'm not trying to hate. Listen, you got a 15,000 portfolio. That's great. That's great. You know, keep adding to it. You're doing great. You know, not hating at all. But with that said, don't have a terrible attitude with other people about it either. You know, you'd be surprised how much money people have. Yeah, I don't think he was either. Maybe I took it out of context. That's possible. I think he was just asking. I think it's an interesting question. Again, I'd probably buy up a blue chip of some sort, like Apple, Meta, if I could afford it. If it's $100, I'm probably looking at like the best stock I could buy for $100. I can ask AI to give me a list. The best blue chips under $100. I would buy Coca-Cola. I like it. I'd buy Coca-Cola. Personally. I'm not telling you to buy it. I have Coca-Cola in my portfolio right now. Not telling you to buy it. But I'd buy Coca-Cola and then take the other $30, $40 and maybe buy something else. Maybe like Kraft Heinz. You know, it's down a lot. Probably time for a dip buy there. I don't know. I'm not telling you they're going to go up. I genuinely have no idea. Oh, well, yeah, that's a common response, though, Eli. It's all good, dude. It's a common response. You know. It depends on what you call education, all right? Like, you got a bunch of sleazy gurus selling publicly available content, sending out a bunch of crazy marketing about it, acting like it's the greatest course ever and that you're going to change your trading around if you just buy this guru's course, right? And most of it's, like, publicly available stuff. You could find it online for free without paying for it, and they're just kind of sleazing you into it. In that regard, and sometimes those are the guys who tell you to spend it on education the most, where it's like you got somebody that spent like $5K on like a penny stock guru, and then anytime I ask them, hey, I got $5K, what do you think I should do? Oh, you should spend it on education because, you know, for lack of a better word, like misery loves company. And like, but I don't think that's what Sam was doing. Sam was probably just meaning you should like take some cheap courses, learn about stuff if you only got $100. That's probably true. Maybe paper trade with it. I think that's a good option too. You know, depends on what you want to do. If you want to trade or invest. Yeah. Well, having money, it's all relative. It really is, right? Like I remember. Again, I talk about this sometimes before. I remember making $2,000 a month. And being like, man, I am freaking rich, right? Now, granted, I'm old. I'm over 30. So I remember when $2,000 a month actually, you know, was good money. I remember bartending and making $2K a month right around when my son was born and, like, thinking I was rich. But it would go quick, so I wasn't rich. But it's all relative. So sometimes you think 2K is a lot. Then you move up to 5K, and then you think 5K is a lot. And then you move up to 10K, and then you think 10K is a lot. You move up to 20. You think that's a lot. You move up higher than that. And then it just, you know, And to be honest, your happiness level decreases each time, you know, which is interesting. You'd think you'd be happier and happier the more you make, but like you start to become numb to it, and it just becomes less exciting overall. Then it just becomes stress, to be honest. Like you know, taxes and everything else that comes with it, it just becomes stress. You know? Yeah, you think it's a lot until you get there, and then you're like, you know. McDonald's, AMD about to rocket. Huh. Maybe. AMD's had a big pullback too, man. This thing's dipped all the way down to 120s. It was high as 227 earlier, less than a year ago. Back down to 125s. It still looks pretty interesting. Still on a long-term downtrend, though. See if we can find Netflix's numbers. Yeah, so Netflix, let's put this up. Alright, so here's Netflix's numbers here. We'll put these up on screen. You can see Netflix flying up here on the side left. So Netflix posted $10.25 billion in revenue, 4.27 EPS. They saw guidance of first quarter net $2.44 billion. They saw first quarter revenue guidance at $10.42 billion, which is actually a slight increase from today's. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Sam. I thought that was from you. Even if it was from you, I didn't think it was meant negatively. So whoever said it, I don't know who said it. I can't really go back enough. I'm sure it wasn't meant negatively. He's probably genuinely trying to help. Yeah. All right, guys. It's kind of slow today, man. I mean, it's not slow. We're up a lot. We're gonna day trade too. A little bit over an hour until the earnings. I don't think we have anything today. Let me make sure. All right, it's Tuesday. Wait, Canadian CPI. Wait, today's Wednesday. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Oh, we got mortgage rates that came out this morning. Mortgage rates showed up a little bit lower than expected at 7.02%. NBA 30-year mortgage rate showed up at 7.02%. Uber CEO says we do not need EV subsidies to continue to succeed. We did have 30-year mortgage rates. Again, 7.02% for 30-year mortgage rates. Last time it showed up at 7.09%. So mortgage rates did dip a little bit. Maybe on inflation optimism. Inflation wasn't as bad as expected, so maybe less inflation woes and worries there is probably what it is. Is my guess. Probably what it is. All right, so we ended our green streak yesterday. We actually had a losing day. I'm not really happy about it, but it's okay, you know. Action on NASDAQ so far is referred to as vertical distribution, meaning uptrending but with frequent micro pullbacks. I trade these situations using the 8 and the 12. Yeah, and I got one of the combines up. I think I'll just keep playing with that. We're up a significant amount. Market's still kind of looking strong here. I think it depends on what like Nvidia does. It's tested the highs a couple times. Yeah, so markets are trying to get up there. The Q is up there around highs too. Look at the Q test highs of the day. Nvidia's pulling back to 145. This might be a good little dip zone. I'm trying to think, maybe I should scale up and trade micros, like heavy micro size. I'll show you this here. We're kind of flat. I'm gonna start cutting a piece. If it starts to run up, I'm gonna have to get out. Yeah, which it kind of did. Luckily, I was able to lower my size here. I'm kind of shorting the top though. I don't think this is probably a good idea. Dude, my pre-market trading has not been good the last like week or two. I definitely need to switch something up or just avoid it altogether. Let's see what happens though. I mean, the Q's trying, Nvidia's trying. Yeah, we're gonna cut that. So, I mean, it could have been worse. Just too strong. We'll have to come back and play it another day. once I stop trading the NQ. Well, I like trading the micro NQ, right? Like, I don't like trading the regular NQ, like the regular NQ E-mini. I don't like that at all. It's too much, you know? So yeah, it's just too much. Tesla earnings in 7 days. Yeah, not only are Tesla earnings in 7 days, the rate decision is in 7 days. It's in yeah. The rate decision is coming very soon. So we got the rate decision, Apple earnings, IBM earnings, Meta earnings, Microsoft earnings, Tesla earnings, all within like a 2-day period, which is kind of crazy. It's going to be the end of next week, Wednesday and Thursday next week are crazy, genuinely crazy. We got GDP data, the Fed rate decision, and more coming out. So like they're genuinely crazy days where we have a lot of economic data coming out. Yeah, I mean, I'm trading combine accounts, so like my solution was just to trade like these little challenge accounts so that I'm not end up burning money in pre-market like I have been, you know. And if I lose on these. It's not the end of the world. I'll be all right. But my real edge is after the opening bell, doing what I've been doing, which is that like I've actually developed a really solid system, like a very good system, day trading. They were even talking about it on Top Step TV yesterday because I've had 10 green days in a row, 10, which I'm pretty shocked about. Like that's a huge green streak. I just hope I could continue it, you know. Like not even the green streak is over. I lost yesterday. I went on Top Step TV and Power Hour lost, unfortunately. But I'm just hoping I can continue that streak because we had 10 green days in a row. 10. Using the system. And the system, I don't trade in pre-market at all, which is why I never trade my funded accounts in pre-market ever. I never trade pre-market. I always wait 5 to 10 minutes after the opening bell. And I always set my max loss at $200 a day. That way, if I lose, it's not the biggest loss in the world. I'll still be fine. Yeah, well, we're ripping up. Nvidia's up there too. It's at 145s. Yeah, so I actually made a good bid just now too. Yeah, I'll good pawn, no worries, man. Look at that dip though. I was worried about a liquidity grab, but look at the NASDAQ up there. All right, guys. So we'll see if we get anything good now. I'm just kind of sitting tight. Like I usually tend to do better after the open. So after the opening bell, I'll do well. So if we do trade today, it's gonna be like we'll trade, but if it's in pre-market, I'm gonna wait and try to attempt this combine. right, guys. Let me use AI real quick. Hold on. All right, so that's good. All right, what else we got? Privacy policy. Yeah, so we did get that big, large pullback that we wanted, and this is what we expected right here, so we weren't wrong. All right, sorry guys, I'm checking one thing real quick. Okay, we should be good to go. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got. All right, so we still got this big breakdown. I would attack a long right here, but I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest. All right, let's play with this. We got a fresh combine account that we're going to play on today until the opening bell. And then once we get the open, we're going to switch to our live account chat is what we're planning on doing now. We don't have any economic data later. Netflix is the big story of the day, though. We did get that pullback. We were shorting right here. Just to put this into perspective, we were shorting right here. Oof. Should have stayed in it, honestly. Snow in Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, have fun, man. Some key Fibonacci levels. Any thoughts about Netflix? Do you think it's going to push or sell? Hey, what's up, Pawn? What's your go-tos? Are you looking for opening range? I'm looking for trends, mostly. Trends. Hey, congrats, Trance. Yesterday I was trying to fund 2 accounts. Got 1,500 in the first, went for 1,500 in the second, but kept trading the first one and got 3,000. Oh, you can't do that, bro. You can only make 1,500 a day on the 50K one. Yeah. I'm gonna short this again. I know it's kind of crazy, but I think we're gonna pull back a little bit here. We'll see. My wife and I have been watching Shameless. Do you guys like Shameless? Yeah, I'm breaking a lot of rules here. Honestly, I'm trading against the trend. Part of me is just getting impatient. We already got 2 funded accounts that we're using, so it's not like it matters. All right, we got out a huge chunk of that. It just went against us too quickly. We'll wait now. I'll wait and find an edge. I'm breaking rules. I'm trading stupid. Did my headphones just die already, bro? Dang. Okay, one of them works still. I have a dumb question, but how are you shorting? I use Webull and I'm able to buy options to short. Yeah, you can buy put options. I am shorting futures contracts, though. I'm shorting the NASDAQ. In the futures market, you can buy, short, buy market, sell market, no PDT rule, instant settlement, in a lot of places at least. Top Step is a funded account program, so they give you a demo. They test your skill with a demo account first. You pass the test with the demo, they fund you between 50K to 150K. The base one, you get 50K in funding if you pass it. 90% split once you pass it. You get to keep your first 10K after that as well. If you fail it, you're out $49. And you can basically day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, gold, some currencies. So they're very similar to day trading stocks. Like you can see how similar it is when you see me trade it, even though I've been losing. And so that's what Top Step is, right? They're the most legit one in the world, though. I'm gonna transition to a shameless plug here. They're the most legit one in the world. They've paid out almost $200 million in the last 4 years. They fund thousands of traders. They've been around for over 12 years. And most day traders lose, to be honest. Like most day traders are gonna lose. If you put up your own money, you're probably gonna lose it. And so it doesn't make any sense to do that, in my opinion. It's objectively less risky a lot of the time to just try this instead. If you fail, you're out $50 for the base one or more if you take one of the larger ones, but it's not the end of the world, and most day traders are going to lose, and so it's just a good option. It's a lot cheaper to lose on Top Step most of the time. It's a good way to learn. It builds conditioning, it builds systems, and if you're good enough, you can get started for cheap, make enough and then fund your own account if you're good enough at it. But most people, again, lose. If you want to check it out, again, they're an affiliate, a sponsor of mine. I'm biased. They pay me money. Understand CFTC 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations, guys. I'm not an investment professional. Most of the market is running up today on Netflix. Netflix is up huge. Yeah, we can see your messages about Tesla. I don't really trade Tesla like that. I might invest in it, but I'm not trading it necessarily. So good luck, sir. So you take the profit target that you have, Hunter, and you divide it by 2. So half of that profit target. So the base one's profit target is 3K. You divide it by 2, it's $1,500. You can make $1,500 per day. The second one, let me see. Sorry. The second one is you got to make 3K per day. So you can make 3K on the 100K. Yeah, the Bank of Japan rate decision is interesting on Friday for sure. Definitely interesting. Look at this candle, guys. We're going to just swing for the fences here on this funded account, I think, chat. If we lose, we lose. We'll come back. We'll try it again. We should be able to hit it eventually, and then that'll get us the next one. I don't mind burning a couple $100 trying to do this, so that's what you see me doing right now. Alright, so we're in 5 contracts, max size. There we go. Took half off. A little bit less than half. Another piece. Another piece. We'll add to a winning trade now. See if we can keep going up. The trend is your friend. That's why I should have been trading with the trend the whole time. Alright, so we only have 1 contract left. We made about $150 to $200. What a weird dream, man. I'm still kind of thinking about the dream. Strange dream. Alright, so we ended up getting out of that for a nice little string of green trades. We ended up making 5, 10, 15, 20. We ended up making about 250 on that, which is good. I'll take it. Green is good. We're still kind of flat, though, I think, going in now, but better than we were. What a swing, though, here. What a run. Yeah, we're only on season 2, so if you ruin it, I mean, I already know Lip's storyline. I saw it on YouTube years ago. Well, they shouldn't close your account. That's probably not true. They probably will give you a higher profit target, is what my guess is. Yeah, the bullish movement's going. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta ask them, brother. I made 9K on a 150K combines because I feel I'm more comfortable knowing I have to hit a... Yeah. Yeah, Frank is just a terrible person. Yeah. So is Karen, to be honest. Frank and Karen, they're both horrible people. Do not copy me in these trades. I'm on a challenge account, and the risk I'm taking on both on these is just kind of crazy. So don't copy me here. Don't copy me anyway, but definitely don't copy me right now. If it's ineligible, it just means that you gotta hit some stuff. I don't know. You gotta ask them, man. I have no idea. Oh, man. I'm waiting for the market to pull back. It's been so strong. Like, I'm trying to catch a top, but I just end up getting rejected. I'm going to limit some of my size now. So, we got out pretty flat there. Better than it could have been. We lost like $100. It's too strong looking to short, I think, and it's too extended to go long. Yeah, thanks, Taker. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I'm just kind of clicking buttons on this thing, to be completely honest. A lot of it depends on Netflix. I'm looking at Netflix right now, and the risk of it is that Netflix kind of looks strong. I'd love for it to pull back some, but it kind of looks strong. And if I take the risk, I should probably just stay in it, I think, and give it time. What I'm worried about, though, is that Netflix... If Netflix starts to run and test this high of the day and break it, it needs to break $5 more. That's a bad sign for me. Netflix is really what's driving this whole market. And so, yeah, that's the worry that I have here. but it doesn't want to hold down either. All right, so what a bad fill, bro. It said I was up $120. I guess not. Whatever. There we go. Alright, so we ended up making like 200 or whatever that is just now, but we're still kind of flat over the last few trades. I'm just clicking too many buttons, to be honest. Right, that's exactly what it is. I'm rushing. I think I'm just gonna wait, to be honest. We're basically flat in this thing, to be, which isn't the worst. Like, it could have been better. I know my edge is after the open, and it's definitely not in pre-market. Bitcoin falling down a little bit. Bank of Japan is Friday. If they rise rates, well, they're gonna raise rates. At least they're gonna have a hawkish tone, I think. So yeah, the Bank of Japan is scheduled to hold its monetary policy meeting on January 23rd and 24th. Japan's core machinery orders rose 3.4% in November, surpassing forecasts. They expect consumer price index inflation to pick up in 2025, supported by wage increases and heightened private consumption. A rate hike 2.5% is anticipated. So they're expecting a rate hike of 0.5%, so 50 basis points. They're expecting a 50 BP hike, is what it looks like. See, my short thesis is work. Like, I'm just getting scared out of them. I'm getting wimped out of them. But they've been holding and working for the most part. Kind of boring, guys. Not a lot going on today. Tomorrow we got jobless claims, unemployment, and what do we have tomorrow? Let me see. I think we got jobless claims, unemployment, and the president speaking again. Yep, at 11. We got jobless claims, unemployment tomorrow, and then we got the pres speaking at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Question is, do I want to short into this pop and retain my bearish sentiment? I think we're up too much and it's time to pull back some. The only kind of hiccup in this plan is Netflix. Here's the high of the this might be the lifetime high for Netflix up there. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, so yeah, 941 is the lifetime high, but the current lifetime high, including pre-market, is at $1,006 a share. We're at 1,001. So if Netflix can break this high right here, we might get a surge of momentum that I'm not necessarily trying to short into, if that makes sense, right? So that is what is stopping me from shorting this move, even though I think it'll probably pull back. I might be wrong. Don't copy me. I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's good enough. Plug, right? Hey, where'd the stream go? Yeah, the Bank of Japan interest rate decision is definitely an interesting one. That's the biggest event. So technically, just to put this into perspective, though, it's not really Friday, right? Like, it happens like 2 p.m. Thursday night or 2 a.m. Thursday night. Like, technically it is Friday, but it's gonna be late Thursday. Let me see. Let me use AI. AI is so freaking useful. What time will the BOJ announce their rate decision in Central Standard Time? So, yeah, so they're going to announce their rate decision Japan is 15 hours ahead. An afternoon release would correspond to late evening or early morning hours. The precise timing can vary, bro. What time do they normally release it? Come on, AI, do some better research here. Early in the afternoon, Japanese Standard Time. A common window between 12 and 3. Do they really just randomly throw it out there? Is that really what they do, bro? They don't have a scheduled time. Like in the US, ours is coming out at 2 p.m. on the dot. Like 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, John at Beginner Trading streaming and covering the rate decision. They don't have a scheduled time? They're just going to be like, oh, we got a 4-hour window. No, ChatGPT's app has gotten so much better. I talked yesterday about building the software AI application and then it basically getting rendered obsolete after AI advancements with specifically ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT can do a lot more stuff. So now I can schedule tasks for ChatGPT and have it alert me throughout the day. It can basically act as an assistant right now. I'm telling you, bro, like people, like, listen, executive assistants are going to lose tons of jobs from this one change. Like, this is going to make it so much more powerful. It's a great addition for us. But yeah. See, look, I'm going to schedule tasks right now. So every morning at 6:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, I want you to look up the biggest U.S. market news stories over the last news stories for that morning specifically. Make sure they are accurate and are what is driving that current pre-market session. List the stock stories, news, economic events, and data, plus more, in bullet point style. Let's see if it'll do this. Do today's retroactively. Boom. Allow. All right, so now ChatGPT is going to give me that alert. This is a powerful thing, man, that I can have AI basically be an assistant for me now. Hello? I think I broke ChatGPT. I said, got it. I'll send today's report shortly. Okay, I'm waiting for it. All right, so again, I think I went over this earlier. Stargate AI Initiatives, the new president announced a $500 billion investment in an AI termed the Stargate Project. This initiative is a collaboration between Oracle, OpenAI, and SoftBank aiming to bolster U.S. position in AI technology. A question, has AMD not benefited from this? I mean, I guess it is up some today. So that's true. I do like a short much more now, and I'm gonna jump on short here. The reason I'm jumping on short is because Netflix looks noticeably weaker. It's under 1,000. It's at 995, and I just think we're gonna pull back a little bit now into this. So we got 4 contracts. We'll just try to sit on it. So United Airlines posted better than expected fourth quarter results yesterday, providing an optimistic outlook for the upcoming quarter. So we did have UAL earnings. They're up to 116, bro. I remember I bought them at $40. People made fun of me. Hey, John, do you think you can beat Michael J. White in MMA? Oh, yeah, bro. Dude, that guy, his kicks are wimpy, dude. Yeah. Of course I could, man. No. Seriously, absolutely not. That dude's a beast. I'm not messing with that guy. I'm not that great of a striker. Like, I've been sparring with people in Muay Thai after class. I don't think I do that bad, to be honest. Although it's touch sparring, so like with power, who knows what freaking happened. But my style with striking is counter. Like, I like counter striking. I like backing up, making them chase me a little bit, and then hitting them with a stiff jab straight swing. You know, a lot of head movement is what I use. But again, I don't even think I'm good. It's fun though. It's a lot of fun. All right, so maybe I'm wrong here about my short. I was hoping Netflix would continue to break down here. We've just gone up too much, and I think I'm just gonna let it ride and reset it if I need to. Can y'all hear the music well? Like, it's not too bad of an echo, is it? Yeah, that's too political for me, Jonathan and Nature, brother. Sorry, dude. Free version Chat GPT. Yeah, I don't know if my internet... It's kind of snowing on my end, though, chat, so... Let me see what the weather looks like outside today. I haven't even looked outside today yet. I'm curious, though. Like, I want to see what the weather looks like. My snowman's still there, bro. My snowman is still kind of snowy. We still got snow outside. My snowman's still there. I built one. Alright. Yeah. Good. You have a chance to make history and be the first full-time trader UFC champ. Oh yeah, Makachev. What a wimp, dude. I could take him out easy, you know. Obviously sarcastic, guys. Makachev's different. Yeah, I don't know why I'm shorting such a strong market, guys. Point and laugh. I deserve it, I think. Point and laugh. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold, for sure. Yeah, definitely cold. Midweek reversal? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. You know, one thing that feels really good, though, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be honest. One thing that feels genuinely good is, like, when I started trading, right? When I started learning about the stock market and trading and, like, penny stocks, there was a couple, like, gurus, for the lack of a better word, that I would watch, right? Like, a couple gurus that I would watch and that I would, like, digest their content, so to speak. Mostly penny stock gurus selling sleazy courses and stuff like that. But I was into them because I was just naive. Something that really feels good is looking at them now, and some of them are still trying to stream, and even on my slowest streams like today, right? Like tomorrow we'll have over 1,000 people here at 8:30. Friday we'll probably have a decent amount of people because of the Bank of Japan news. Next week, every day we're gonna have thousands and thousands of concurrent viewers. Looking at a lot of these guys now, we're bigger than they are, which is a great feeling, to be honest, because I started watching them. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, so we're starting to look a little bit better in this trade. Enough to where I'm going to unload a piece of this off, 1 and maybe 2. And then we'll probably sit and add back if we can. I'm still looking for a big breakdown, but Netflix is starting to head back up. It's still under 1,000. Maybe stop trading pre-market open. I'm not really trading pre-market open. I'm trading pre-market. And yeah, I'm just not doing great in pre-market. I already know I don't do well. That's why I don't trade my funded account. Part of what I'm doing wrong, and it's all enlightening really. What I'm doing wrong is mostly like I am trading against the trend too much. I'm looking at extension, but I don't think extension matters as much in pre-market, is what it is. So I don't think it matters that much. And I'm attacking extension, but I'm assuming we're going to pull back larger than this. It's just taking too long. We're kind of back and forth anyway, but... yeah, so the Bank of Japan news. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what time it's supposed to drop. Look up the last 6. Let's see if AI can do this. Look up the last 6 Bank of Japan rate decisions and tell me the average time and central time they announced the rate decision. Let's see if it can give me that. That's a difficult difficult question here for AI. Let's see if it'll do it. It does not have a fixed time. September 23, it released it at 11:52 a.m. Japanese Standard Time, which would be 8:52 p.m. the previous day. Why wouldn't they make a standard time for it though? That's the odd thing. Why wouldn't they make a standard time? It's strange. Well, no, the Bank of Japan is supposed to drop Friday. To them, it's Friday. You know, to us, it's going to be tomorrow night, Thursday night. Either like early Friday morning at like 12, or yeah, is what it is. I give you props though. You're the only one I've discovered where I can come in and see live news when they come out instantly. You are better than Chat GPT. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. We try. You know, we try. We try to provide value. That's all we do. We're kind of flat in this account now. I'm trying to see if we can go green by shorting this, but I want to see Netflix start to break down, especially now that I'm fully out of the position. I made over $500 on Netflix yesterday, or I don't know if it was over 500. It was around that, just to clarify. And so I don't mind Netflix pulling back now. Man, we do not want to go anywhere here. There are times that they are allowed to buy, and they'll buy days ahead. The reason why Japan is different is because Japan operates on a hedge against US. Yeah, that makes sense. They're expected a 50 basis point rate decision, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's 50 BP though. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. At least AI says it's 50. They're expecting 50. So. Bitcoin falling down, is it really? Yeah, Bitcoin down to 104s, a little bit under that 103.5s. I'm gonna cut this, and we're still pretty much flat in this account. Like, we got a couple of these, to be honest. Yeah, just kind of getting stuck. Oh, dude, look at that drop. See, I think my thesis on this stuff is correct some of the time. You know, I think I just don't manage it well in pre-market. I think I'm too used to the opening bell volatility. I'm just confident in my system, man. Like, we had 10 green days in a row, literally 10. And that's a beautiful thing, bro. That was hard to do. And it really is confirming about the system, like validating for the system, because we've been building that system for a couple months. And again, the system is basically, I don't trade in pre-market. I only trade 5 to 10 minutes after the opening bell, and that's it. I never trade outside of those windows. I stick to specific trend strategies mostly. Like, I only attack specific trends. I will trade extension if we get like some candle wick action. Like, sometimes you get like sometimes you'll get candles that look like this, and this is a big like component of my system. Sometimes you'll get candles that look like this, right? When a candle wick is huge and really long, most of the time we're gonna fill that gap, at least somewhat. Like 50% is what I say. So most of the time, like, we're gonna move up and fill that gap at least 50%. And so if it's with the trend already, you know, if it's trading with the trend already, I'll keep attacking it. And I'll jump on those big candle wick actions. An example of that is like right here. You can kind of see over the next few minutes, we did fill most of that candle wick. You can see it a lot. Here's a big one, we filled it. Here's a big one, we eventually filled it. So you just kind of gotta be patient and wait for that, is what I've been doing. But the system works really well. We finally lost yesterday for the first time, unfortunately. But it was fun, man. Well, Bitcoin bros are celebrating regardless, Alex. Like, Bitcoin being over 100K, a lot of them are really doing really, really well. Like, really, really well. And we're watching Netflix. I want to see if Netflix keeps trying. Like, at this point, we're so choppy, so we've basically gone up a lot, and now we're just kind of consolidating. I think a lot of it's going to depend on what Netflix does here at that lifetime high level up here, like this level, big level. So if we can move up and start testing that, I think that makes strength on the NASDAQ. If this thing starts to come back down, especially with like Nvidia, I think if we look at like Nvidia. I think Nvidia is going to influence it a lot, because Nvidia has been breaking highs up there, got up to 146, and I think that's dragging a lot of this stuff up too. And so, yeah, we'll see. There's that big red action that we thought we'd get. I thought we'd come back too, but there's the elevator down that shorts will give you. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much. I don't care about losing in front of people. I've kind of made my channel self-deprecating, and so, I mean, do I want to lose in front of people? No. But if I lose, I just make fun of myself, and it's all good, you know. I think it's a lot easier to do it that way than some of these guys trying to act like they're just the greatest traders ever, selling courses and acting like great. I think for them it's a lot more pressure, where for me I can just kind of make fun of myself and move on. You know what I mean? So, just depends. Still getting bearish action in markets too. Look at that. All right, less than 30 minutes. We still got some time. Do you listen to rap? I listen to a little bit of everything, man. I like some rap. It just depends. I grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so I like Lil Wayne, Master P, Boosie, Webby, a couple other obscure rappers y'all probably never heard of. But I like some other stuff. I like Rod Wave is good. Yeah, there's a bunch of them that I listen to. I like country as well, like Zach Bryan. There's a lot of good stuff I listen to. I'm pretty varied. All right, so again, we're testing these highs up here. We're trying. Yeah, I like EDM too. Honestly, I like Skrillex music. People give Skrillex a bad rap, dude. He's like a stereotype to be like it's cool to hate him, kind of like Nickelback for like a long time. It's cool to hate Skrillex, but Skrillex has got some good music, man. Like his Doors, Breaking a Sweat song is good. Like he's got a bunch of good stuff. Is there a new one? Yeah, I haven't listened to his new stuff. I like his old stuff. Procter and Gamble. Yeah, we had earnings this morning. Netflix, United Airlines last night. This morning we had Procter and Gamble at BDPS beat revenue. Johnson & Johnson BDPS missed revenue. Halliburton flat, missed revenue. Ally BDPS missed revenue. That's basically all the big ones this morning. Yeah, let's watch Netflix too. I'm watching it pretty closely here. Yeah, we got 25 minutes left. Just about 25 minutes. All right, guys. Let's see if we find some good stuff. Johnson, Procter and Gamble. Yeah, man, I don't want to get too deep into it, Nick. I think it is kind of out there. I don't know if it's hard to tell, to be honest. Like, so you have to think about it. Like, he's very socially awkward. And so I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that he would accidentally do that. But I also think that it's a little bit strange as well, considering there's a lot of politics I don't want to get into right now. I don't know what to think about that, to be honest. I think it's ambiguous to a certain extent, and I think it's hard to figure out, and so I'm just going to avoid that conversation. Well, he's not socially intelligent, Nick. He's actually the opposite. He struggles socially. That's why you hear him on these conference calls, and he's not socially intelligent at all. Yeah, like he has Asperger's, and Asperger's is characterized by above average regular intelligence, but below average social intelligence, right? And so that's like, people have to understand in that context. But it's definitely kind of strange, for sure. But again, I'm neutral politically. Like I really don't know. All right, so we're pulling it all the way back to the 200 exponential. Meanwhile, Netflix is popping all the way back up over 1,000. Over 1,000. Yeah, so we're popping up over 1,000. Also, if you haven't already, check out TopStep. TopStep, they give you a demo. They test your skill with it. You pass the test, they fund you. You fail, you only lose what you pay for it. In this case, the base one is $50. If you lose, you're out $50. If you pass it, you get a $50K funded account, 90% split, and they paid out almost $200 million in the last 4 years. In the futures market, you can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, gold, some currencies. Patterns are very, very similar to blue chip stock patterns, and they behave similar. Like when you see me day trading this, it looks a lot like day trading stocks. No PDT rule in futures. And again, the big edge is zero commission on TopStep X. Zero commission, tiny amount of fees per trade, zero commission. Huge edge. It's one of the best things you could use TopStep X for, is because there's zero commission. So it allows you to trade micro contracts a little bit more safely. And that's a powerful thing. But again, they're an affiliate of mine. I am biased. Understand CFDC 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations. Guys. Yeah, let's be respectful, Kevin. Come on now. Anyways, bouncing right at that 200 exponential here. Yeah, no, I understand what they're saying he was trying to do, and I think that's plausible too. I think it's ambiguous, and it's hard to tell. And so I'm just going to avoid that whole thing. Y'all make up y'all's own mind. I don't freaking know if he meant it or not. All right, Netflix testing that 106 level, or that 1006 level. We're at 1004s right now. Tap 1005s for Netflix. That's the lifetime high for Netflix right now, if you include pre-market action. Yeah. You guys ready? I'm trying to. My short would have freaking worked, guys. Look at that. My short would have worked. I should have freaking stayed in that thing. So the next rate decision is going to be a pause in rates for the U.S. The next U.S. rate decision next Wednesday is going to be a pause. The Bank of Japan rate decision is on Friday. Really, it's kind of late Thursday our time. It's expecting a 50 basis point rate hike is what we're at now. So that's what we're looking at. Market did pull back. My short would have freaking worked here. And it did. I mean, we got back to break even, so we did capitalize a little bit on it. It's still too early for me to really get involved with my actual funded account. And we got about 15 minutes left to trade our actual live accounts. Yeah, again, I don't know. I'm avoiding all the political conversations. I don't know, guys. I don't know. The CME watch tool is what it is. Yeah, it's the CME watch tool. All right, still breaking down, testing that volume weighted average price level now. So still flushing a little bit here. Hey, listen, there's too much drama going on in chat, so just respectfully, do not comment about politics or any of that stuff anymore. If you do, I'm going to put you in timeout. If you keep doing it, I'm going to ban you. So respectfully, just enough. Like, move on, y'all. Everybody, both sides, whomever else you can even add to this. Like, y'all just move on now. It's time. I'm very neutral politically. I don't care about any of that stuff. None of it matters to the market anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, so we're looking like a pause. If we look at rate decisions for next week, we're almost certainly going to pause. So if we look at the CME watch tool here, it's like 98% likelihood. You know, yet the funny thing though is that, like, even though this is it's literally 0.5%, this is pivoted so much to where it is so probable that we are going to pause rates, right? But some guru is going to tell people that we're going to shock the market and pause next week. I promise there's somebody out there that thinks we're going to pause on Wednesday that genuinely just has no idea what they're talking about, right? Most of the time where people get this wrong, all right? Most of the time where people get this wrong is that they listen to what the Fed says months and months before that, and they think they're going to follow their tune in that regard, right? So they listen to what Powell says 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and then they use that as saying, oh, well, we're going to cut rates because Powell said 4 months ago that we're going to cut rates or whatever it is. But all this stuff is like very subject to change. This changes drastically meeting to meeting their expectations. It's all data dependent, and so these things change meeting to meeting drastically over and over and over again. And so, you know, one of the reasons you need to trust the CME watch tool is because this is big money in what they think, right? Like, this is big analysts, big money in what they think. They know what they're talking about. I'm not going to bet against big money here and what they expect, because that's a silly thing. And again, if you have somebody that's consistently betting against what the CME watch tool says, again, with all due respect, they have no idea what they're talking about, and they don't pay enough attention to economics to really justify what they're saying. They're just kind of saying stuff trying to be contrarian or whatever it is. Again, I'm here to tell you we are going to pause rates next Wednesday, with the exception of, like, if GDP comes out crazy low, I still think we're going to pause rates, but there's a slight chance these percentages change next week, but it's pretty freaking low. It's pretty freaking low. Again, 0.5% is what they have. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. The Japan rate decision will influence markets. Yeah, the Japan rate decision will influence markets. Look at the 200 exponential bounce. And the reason the Japanese rate decision will affect markets is simple. It's because U.S. investors like to use the Japanese yen to get cheap access to leverage that they used to buy U.S. assets like stocks and bonds with. And so they're taking a bunch of positions based around cheap interest on the Japanese yen. And when the Japanese bank is a lot more hawkish, meaning a lot more restrictive, a lot higher interest rate pushing, then what it means is that the people investing into U.S. assets through the Japanese yen with low interest rates are now going to maybe start selling some of those U.S.-based positions because of a less favorable interest rate situation for them. And that's what happened in the yen carry trade months and months and months ago, where the Bank of Japan kind of shocked markets and came out a lot more hawkish, and that scared a lot of people. People started unloading U.S. positions, and we had one of the largest drops day to day that we've seen all year. That we had seen all year prior to that point. So that is why the Bank of Japan's decision is incredibly important. The Bank of Japan is also less consistent in terms of their expectations versus what they actually do. They're a lot more likely to shock markets in that regard as well, even though they are expecting an already restrictive 50 basis point rate decision. But if that comes out as something like shocking outside of those expectations, that's when we're really going to start to get some big volatility. Both, we could get it on the upside if they come in a lot more dovish, a lot less restrictive than expected, or if they come in a lot more restrictive, like 100 basis points or more. That could also freak people out too. So, and we could get bearish action from it. So that's what we're at right now. Yeah, all good. Yeah, all good. Yeah, no worries, man. Let's just move on from it, though, Nick. It's all good. All right, so, yeah, we're bouncing right at that 200 exponential. I really should be attacking this more. We got 10 minutes left, chat. 10 minutes. Is Coinbase that high? Is it still at 300? Yeah, the 290. I don't think that means much yet, Ryan. I think next week's big, though, and so a lot of it's going to depend on next week. Ooh. Is there a chance Japan does a bigger rate cut? All right, so now we're still breaking down under the volume weighted average price, guys. We got 8 minutes. All right, so we're still flushing down some here, guys. Still flushing down. Well, the oil. Let's see. All right, guys. So we got 6 minutes left. 6 minutes. What's your take on the dollar strength short term? See, my short would have beautifully picked that top. Dollar strength. Let's see the Dixie. Where's the Dixie? I haven't really been watching the Dixie too much. A lot of this is going to depend on, you know, rate decisions and earnings. We're at the top of the range for the dollar, and I want you guys to know, like, the dollar is sensationalized. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, people love to act like it's the end of the world, regardless of which side of the range it's on, right? So this has been the range in the dollar. Let me draw it a little bit better here. This has been the range in the dollar for the last year and a half to 2 years, right? Like this right here. This range is what you've seen in the dollar for the last few years, really. Every time we get to the top, people act like inflation's, it's the end of the world. Inflation's out of control. When they get up here, it's the end of the world. The dollar's flying up. As it gets back down to the bottom here, people say, oh, the dollar's crashing, it's the end of the world. The dollar's crashing, it's the end of the world. We're going to go into a recession, they say. So, like, no matter what, people sensationalize the dollar so much that I usually take everything I hear about it with a grain of salt. I understand, like, people are going to try to manipulate and influence me in that way. So... yeah, I mean, you can't really trade the Dixie anyway. It's not really tradable. You can trade, like, Forex and stuff, but you can't really trade the Dixie in that way. We got less than 5 minutes, chat. Yeah, I mean, that's an area I'm staying away from. Guilty. Sorry, brother. Oracle. Yeah, look at Oracle pop. I still got a good question here, guys. I'm going to end this poll. 75 to 25 is what we got for the poll. I'm going to end this question. We're going to do another question here. Let's look at the poll here. Your short was perfect. I know, but I got people from both sides. Like every trade I enter, somebody's like, "Hey, John, that's a bad trade, bro." And I'm trying. But every trade is like, "John, that's a bad trade." I'm sitting there like, "I know, bro, I know. Listen, I'm top 3 worst ever. You don't have to tell me." And then I'm like, "I'm going to get out now so they don't make fun of me more." And then boom, Like, I entered the short literally right here, bro. Like, right there. It hurts, to be honest, but it's all right. It was a challenge account anyway. It's not like it really freaking matters. Definitely top 3 most humble ever. Yeah, it's pre-market. I don't know what I'm talking about in pre-market, guys. You guys know this. And you know this, man. You know? Bitcoin bouncing up a little bit, almost back up to 105, so we'll see if it holds. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. Thanks so much for the love. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we got, how long we got? We got less than a minute. We got 40 seconds. 40 seconds. All right, here's the bell. 20 seconds. Market's still moving up. All right, guys, you guys ready? Here's the bell. There it is. There's the open. Market actually surprisingly rebounded back up. Hey, my guy, thank you for the donation of €2.5. Before end of year 2026, S&P sub 3,000 in my honest opinion. Any thoughts? Sub 3K, bro. I think that's a little out there, personally. So you're basically expecting the S&P 500 to drop over 50% in the next 2 years. In the next year, 50% drops a little steep there, bro. You might be right. I mean, I don't freaking know. Maybe, you know, I typically we don't see drops that big. I appreciate the donation though, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate the dono. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. But yeah, a 50% drop's a little steep for me. I think we might correct. I think like 5K, 4,500, you know, but 3K is a little out there. The S&P went up 50% a year. Why couldn't it go down 50%? I mean, it could. Doesn't mean it's probable. The big edge long term, again, a common misconception is that what goes up must come down. And that's absolutely not true in stocks. The S&P and the NASDAQ are going to go up long term. And so if they go up big, doesn't mean they have to come back down. Like, that's not true at all. Generally speaking, the longer you hold it, the more probable. Look at this run here, guys. While Netflix is dropping, the S&P and the NASDAQ just broke highs of the day. Crazy, kind of. Look at this. Look at this candle, bro. Wow, what's going on? Am I missing something here? I don't think so. Yeah, I got out of Netflix. I made a lot on it yesterday and cut it. Literally, as soon as I saw it in after hours ripping up from earnings, I sold. Almost at the top, too. Look at this candle, though, bro. That's a crazy big candle. We're gonna let 5 minutes pass first. Are you guys ready? Look at this second green candle at the opening bell. Wow, man, that's big. Still pump it up. Again, it's too late for me. Like, it's too early for me. I'm not jumping in now, but that's a big move. It's not from Netflix either. It's got to be from some other stock. Let's see what it is. Apple. Apple's due for a rebound, and it is rebounding. It's back up to 222s, 220. Yeah, 222s for Apple. Apple's ripping up at the opening bell. Amazon ripped up originally. It's starting to pull back, though. Meta up, testing highs of the day. Microsoft up, kind of pulling back, though, over the last 30 seconds. Google up there. Nvidia breaking highs of the day, got up to 146. So this is mostly Nvidia's move here. If we're talking about what's driving this big green action at the opening bell, it's mostly what it looks like to me is Nvidia. Nvidia just broke highs of the day, got up to 146.23. Now starting to dip down a little bit, but again, we got to wait a couple minutes at least to let the opening bell play out. Yeah, I see it. I see Nvidia. I see it. All right, so we're still dipping down. Part of me wants to buy it. Nvidia's right at 145. You know what? We'll try it. Wish me luck here, chat. We'll add to it, though, as we kind of go into it. 2 contracts. And we'll just take our little swing on our challenge account here, I think. Is this our line in the sand, guys? Maybe so. All right, took half off there. All right, just made about 250 just now. We should be green on the day now, I think, right? On this one? Oh, and our other one. This is our other one. Okay. I don't like this now, actually. Nvidia's falling down. Oh, I missed the short. I wanted to short it larger. Nvidia's looking weak. Let's see what Netflix does here. We're going to pivot to a short-based strategy here, though. All right. Short. I'm gonna start unloading some of this. Could be choppiness though. Let's see. All right, 5 contracts. Come on, give it to me. Let's break down. Here we go. You'll have to see it. There we go. All right, so just made about 350, 400 on this thing. We are now green on the day here. On this one now too. And then part of me wants to short this little pop too. I'm gonna stay 1 contract though. Yep. Slow and steady. Gonna go ahead and cut it out there. 140 in profit. Up about 3 on the day in this one. We are going to pivot to long now. Took half off. Another piece. Out. The rest just made 200 there. We're now up over 600 on the day. And we're actually going to pivot to the other side of this short now. 4, 5. 5 contracts short. Just took another big piece off, took another piece off. We'll hold this. We're now up 750, almost 800. We got to get out there too. So we still net profit on that. We're up 600 now. Let's watch Nvidia, see if Nvidia does anything here. My trading's much better after the opening bell. Yeah, I see Nvidia. Nvidia's pretty much right in the middle though. Like, look, Nvidia's right here. It's basically right in the middle. If it starts to pick up strength, we will attack it, but we gotta wait and chill, I think, too. Alright, so now we're looking weak here, but I kind of want to buy this up because Nvidia looks like it wants to make another move. So we're going to take 3. We've got a nice cushion on the day now. There we go. Immediately starting to unload. Up 120 now. Let's see, we'll hold 1 contract, see what happens with this one. Maybe add to it if something looks good. Yeah, I'm going to add straight into this here. There we go. There we go. Alright. Just made 210 on there. So we're up 1,000 on this account. We need $600 left. I don't know what I want to do with this. How you guys doing today? Do you ever do buy stops? Not with short terms like scalping like this, no. Alright, we're going to take 1 contract here. See if we can make a small little piece. Alright, another little $140 scalp there. I'm going to pivot to micro contracts. We only need $500 now. So we are going to switch to straight micro contracts here. See if we can hammer out the rest real quick, and then we'll switch to our actual funded account. I'm watching Nvidia here is what's driving my bullish positions. Nvidia is starting to make that move up. So is Netflix. Netflix at lifetime highs too, so that's a lot of strength potentially could come in here. I just need a dip to buy it. That's good enough. We'll look to add to this position slowly over time. 6 contracts. Look to add up to like 10 to 15 here, I think. Yep. 12, and if we get 1 more, we'll get 15. All right, but there's 15, but okay. Locking it in. All right, so yeah, we need 250 now. 250. We're at 10 contracts, but honestly, I don't know if I like this. Let's see. We'll give it a second. But this is taking too long. I should have stuck with my own sentiment where I didn't like it. That looks better, actually. Yeah. Taking too long. We took 1/3 of that off just to protect it. Yep. Should have stuck to my sentiment there where I didn't like it, but it's all right. We're still up 1,000 on the day. Alright, just made a lot of it back. See if we can keep scalping these moves. We are clicking buttons today. I I like the bullish sentiment. I'm watching Nvidia here. I'm also watching Netflix though. The risk here is that Netflix is gonna start turning like all the way back down, which I don't really like the risk, but we'll play with it and see what happens. Made a little bit, still chopping away though. Look at Nvidia still running. Taking too long. There goes Netflix though. Netflix starting to creep. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right, we're gonna wait a second now. John, I don't know how you feel so quiet and relaxed trading. Conditioning. You just do it over and over again. It becomes less exciting every time. Yeah, Nvidia might start to dip though. That's what I'm slowing down now. Nvidia's up there breaking highs over and over again. I mean, it's strong, don't get me wrong, but I would assume it's going to pull back at least a little bit here. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, look at Tesla come all the way back down. Wow. I'm going to start shorting, actually. 10 contracts short. It's taking too long, though. Lost a little bit there. Look at Nvidia start to run. So I was wrong that last move. And remember, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't copy me. Read the bottom of the screen. We're not professionals. If you copy me, you might lose. Looks like it wants to go up though, so we're gonna start taking small positions here, longer term but smaller positions on the upside. Yeah, there we go. Just made some, which is good. Tiny little losses on these last little few. We'll see if we can add some more to it. There we go. I don't know what happened to the long-term positions. We need like $300 left. Gonna slowly add to this. It'll give us the biggest edge, but not looking good here. Took out some. There we go. Starting to take much smaller positions now because I can. Yeah, I'm gonna scale down my size now pretty significantly here. Wanted more. There we go. 4 contracts, give or take, will be the max. Try to let it ride up. Look at this volatility, man. Weird. Yeah, we only need about $200 left, so we're trying to scale down our size. Here's the trades so far. And again, the big edge on Top Step X is that there's 0 commissions. I haven't really traded my live account yet because I'm trying to get funded in this one, and I'm $200 away. So let's see if we can hit it now. At the very least, we got a nice like green trade we could potentially add to. Try to keep scaling in slow. I don't really like it. I'm a little extended here. There we go. Look at that. Sheesh. We need 50 bucks. Or do we? No, we need 150 bucks. What a candle, guys. What a candle. Our direction's been accurate. Our trading's been pretty accurate, though. I mean, look, we've had 1, 2, 3 losses out of 20. So this one's flat. So yeah, we're running pretty good accuracy so far. We're reading the market well is what we're doing. We thought it would come back up. We're watching Netflix and Nvidia, which I think are the 2 like biggest stories of today. We're trying to gauge their strength to see what's going to happen. At this point, we're kind of in no man's land, though. Nvidia, I'm going to buy it anyway, small. Because I think Netflix might make a push, right? Like Netflix might. And we could also take small positions. It's not going to be too much. It's not going to be the end of the world if we're wrong. But yeah, that's the goal. Slowly add in. We'll take 5 or 6 contracts now just to try to get that last little piece out. We're up enough to where I think we can. Yep. Okay, still doing it. Yeah, less than $100. Gonna scale way down to like 2 contracts here, maybe. Nvidia's still making that climb, is what it is. I'm gonna short this as a liquidity grab, small. It is very strong though, so I have to be very careful, to be honest here. All right, so our liquidity grab worked. We need $75 left. Got out in time too. We're gonna short again, kind of risky, but there's a reason for it. Okay, $40. $30. We'll take one contract unless we're comfortable with it. A little risky trying to short this strength though, so watching Netflix very closely. I'm gonna cut that. We can get some extension looks here. There we go. I don't like it. Yeah. These look bullish. Both Netflix and Nvidia look bullish, so I have to just wait. It's too up there to buy it for me. And remember, not an investment professional. I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. A lot of stuff's ripping up, Apple included. And so don't copy me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But, yeah. All right, we got 3 contracts. $20. Three contracts now. Don't break highs. I don't like this at all. I'm gonna have to cut a piece of it. I'm basically there. 5 contracts now. Liquidity grab it, break down, give me that $30. Liquidity grab, breakdown, give me that $30. I don't want to have to keep adding to it. It takes more risk when I do, but I guess I'll have to here. I don't tap it. Ugh. Okay. Come on, just a little bit more. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Ah, I did it. Freaking Nvidia, man. Alright. I literally was like $20 away from it. Now I gotta make another $250 up here. It's just too green. I was expecting a reversal. I think it was higher percentage, but sometimes the higher percentage thing doesn't work. Alright, back to larger trading. Nvidia's starting to test highs up there too. Apple's pulling back a little bit. We don't have any data in 3 minutes, do we? Do we? I don't think so. Oh, we got the leading economic indicator. Okay, that's true. All right. Now we need 150 bucks again, basically back close to where we were. We got a minute and a half left though. And again, this is why I use Top Step X, because there's no commissions. All right, guys, 1 minute. We got 15 contracts here. "45 seconds. Push it down. Yeah. 30 seconds. I don't think this one's gonna be anything major though, but we'll watch it. But what is this today? Yeah, the leading index minus 0.1% is what's expected. See what it does to the market though. We got 10 seconds. We'll cover it. All right, here's the results right here. Waiting for it. A little slow to show up. It looks like they haven't released it yet. Yeah, I don't see it yet. All right, going some size in here. Wait, what did I just do? I thought did I just cut it? Oh, dude, I took a loss somehow. I didn't mean to. Well, we made whatever it was back. I'm shorting the top. I know it's kind of a risky position here, but we'll try to get into the green with 5 contracts and add to it if it goes in my favor. Eight contracts. All right, we're back to needing about $50 or so, give or take here. Oh my goodness. I don't know what happened here. I think I've made too much now. I have to lose some money. Come back down. Please come back down. Do not go back up. Ah, come on now, dude. Like, who knew that freaking candle was coming out of nowhere, bro? I don't know if that was the leading indicator or what, dude, but man. Ugh. I gotta basically just wait to see if I can lose money on this trade. Yeah, now I'm trying to lose and I can't. The worst thing that could happen to me is this thing starts to rip up. I'd love it to break down just a little bit. Fall. Turn around, Nvidia, Netflix. Do you. Here. Fall down. Give it back. Come on now. Just drop a little bit. Yes. Keep going. I didn't know I could take this many micros, to be honest. Come on, keep on dropping. You know you want to. Just a little bit more. No, don't go the other way. Oh, dude. I'm honestly not the happiest right now. I spent all morning trying to get this thing funded, and I've made too much money on it. And now I have to lose money, but in order to lose, it has to come back down. So I'm just gonna wait it out. Hopefully the market pulls back a little bit. I think the leading indicator came out is what this was, and it showed up at minus 0.1% as expected. There we go. Oh, we were there. Come on, keep going. That was my shot, my one opportunity to seize everything I've ever worked for. Or did I let it slip? Drop down more. There you go. Oh, I think I just did it. Hold on, let me see. I just lost so much just now. Now I have to try to make $300 back. This is a freaking turmoil. I need to make $300 now. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh my gosh, dude. I've been blowing a lot of raspberries lately, man. Ugh. Come on, keep falling. Dude, I was literally like $20 away from this. $20. The problem is Nvidia's starting to run here too. All right, look, I'm getting just emotionally drained from trying to do this. Luckily, it's a challenge account. Like, we'll be all right no matter what. But maybe we should just come back later. I like the music. Apple pulling back. Tesla's starting to dip. Oh my gosh, dude. All right. Oh, listen. Today's one of those days where I was $20 away from passing this challenge, and then it broke down. This huge candle came out of left field. I made too much money. I had to try to lose some to the market, which I did, but then I lost too much. Okay, and now I'm in a position where now I'm actually down $600, $700. Let's keep dropping. Drop. I'm gonna put it out there. The market's gonna come down. The problem is Netflix kind of looks strong here, and Nvidia's bouncing right at the volume weighted average price. So you don't love to see any of this. I'm hoping that top there was a liquidity grab and it breaks down and gives me my last $300, and then we leave. If you want to try Top Step with me, here's the link. Somebody say, why do you want to lose money? Because I can only make $1,500 a day, and I got to where I made $1,700, and so I had to give back $300, and I think I just did it a little bit too large of size, and now I'm basically giving back all the profit I made on the day, trying to get it exactly right, which is okay. Like, I'm already funded in multiple accounts. I think I'm a little bit too sized up here, though, is the problem. And so, like, I should probably limit some of the size here and just kind of like wait now. Netflix looks strong. Netflix might make another test of the $1,006 level. Top 3 worst trader of all time today. Oh, there's a cap on how much you can lose. Alright, look, I'm just going to swing for it and do my 50 and then just sit here and hope we get a liquidity grab up here and turn around. I'm not really happy about any of this, though. Okay. Oh, come on. We're right on the cusp. How much do I need to... Okay, yeah, now we're just having fun with it. Just don't bounce right off of my entry. Oh, look at that bounce. It literally bounced right off of my entry. It's like my entry is a support level. Come on. How did I? It didn't. What the? I'm in the green. It didn't give me profits there. All right. Still didn't give me profits that one either. That one, no, too? Dang, dude. Ugh. Okay. I'll take that. We're kind of back to where we were here, so we kind of got a good shot. As long as we don't spring back up here, that would be a nightmare. Oh, man. Really? We're just going to rip up. All right, come on now. Honestly, I'm just getting kind of over it. My mental capital's just gone. It's gotten too close to either one both times. Everything looks kind of weak, right? Like, Nvidia looks weak now. But you never freaking know, and something's making the market push up. I think it's Apple, of course. I've gotten to where I'm just kind of over the day trading this thing. I don't get frustrated on stream very much, but today I'm certainly a little annoyed. Luckily, we've got like a huge cushion in this account, and so it doesn't matter too much. But, yeah. 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 Oh, this is definitely gambling right now, Stefan, for sure. Listen, top 3 gamblers in the world right now. That's what we're here for. No, seriously, though. Yeah, we're trying to pass a combine, and, like, it's just a little tricky. It's trickier than it looks. We still got a shot, though, so I'm going to wait until we either lose this or pass it. So we still got a shot, but yeah. Not looking great anymore. I'm wondering what's driving the market up, though. Apple's falling. Tesla's falling. Netflix is falling. Nvidia's falling. So what's pushing the market up like this? Like, what stock? Could it be Amazon? Amazon, dude. Amazon freaking going out of left field. Up to 235s today. Honestly, that's what's driving this. That's the one stock I didn't have on my screen. I wasn't watching. Yeah, it's Amazon for sure. Meta too. Yeah. We're probably right on the cusp of losing this account too. This is a challenge account, by the way. This whole thing was a challenge account, and I've told you guys this all morning. So we're right on the cusp of losing it. And we're also kind of like right at highs of the day, you know. But Netflix is starting to break down, which is kind of what you need. But again, Amazon, Meta, too strong. Yeah, it's not looking great, guys. That's about it, I think. All that work for nada, which is sometimes how it goes. Unless we get a huge red candle that wipes out all these losses. Again, so the challenge account, what this is, okay, is I got to make 1,500 one day, 1,500 the next. I positioned myself where I made 1,500 yesterday, and I just had to make 1,500 today, and I would have done it. You know, the market had a different plan today. I mean, I don't know. We're starting to look better. But so what happened was I ended up making 1,700, which is above the max amount that I could make today. So I had to try to lose $200. Took way too big of size to do it. Ended up going back down to where I lost like 1,000. So then I had to make $600 again. And so now I'm in 50 micro contracts, down 700 now. But it's starting to kind of come back, and now we're almost in the green here. Okay. I'm going to take some of this off just because I need to. There's 2. I'm going to take that off too. Now we got 30 contracts. It'll make it a little bit less emotional for me. And then I can add right back 2 on these retracements, fix my average a little bit. I think is fine. Unless we just get a crazy exorbitant amount of strength coming through. Oh no, this was day 2. This is my day 2. I made 1,500 on this one yesterday. So if I would have made 1,500 today, I would have passed it. You know, which is why the heartbreak of not quite getting there. I mean, we still got a shot here. We're not like in the realm of size that we're in. It's not that unattainable, but I don't want to get my hopes up either. And honestly, the market's kind of stagnating too. So the market's not doing anything, right? Like the market's flat, choppy, sitting at the top of the range here. So it's not really helping. And to be honest, it's taken so long to where I'm just getting impatient now. And I'd rather just kind of walk away. But we didn't end up trading our funded account at all yesterday. We had our first losing day yesterday in it. So we figured, hey, let's try to get funded in this one today, but it's just, again, Nvidia's starting to pick up strength is what's going on. Look at Nvidia. Netflix still looks pretty weak though, dude. And now Tesla's deciding to run too, so it's not my day, man. A lot of strength coming out of left field. And we're just not moving now. Yeah, Tesla's bouncing back too. Look at it. Here's I guess it doesn't matter anymore. We can look at Tesla. Look at Tesla. Tesla isn't the heaviest weighted stock though. Like Apple's ahead of it. Some other stocks are ahead of it too. But if I had to pick a direction, everything looks kind of strong here. I don't think it lets me take more than 50. Yeah, no. Yeah, look at Tesla. Tesla back up to 420s. Amazon tried, but then retraced. So let's see if that gets rejected. I'm honestly getting bored here now. We're edging back. Did it snow in your end of the world, guys? Where am I at? Snow on the ground. Yeah, I mean, it's a little snow on my side, too. AMD earnings are February 3rd. What else is February 3rd? Let's see. February 3. We got Palantir. So AMD isn't confirmed yet. I'm showing AMD earnings, actually. February 4th instead. Bro, it's literally treating my entry as like a support level somehow. Look at that. It's literally bouncing directly off of my entry. So I don't even want to get my hopes up, really, because it's just taking too long. I took a piece of it off, just small. I can add to it on a little pop-up if it wants to. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we get it, guys. All right, so we need $600 here, chat. $600. I'm going to short this with 50 shares and then just go for it right now. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I feel like I'm just too emotional today. I like this. We have this big down wick. I was looking for it to fill, especially since it hasn't filled a lot. And let's see if it does. Okay. Yeah, we're almost there. We'll add to this, see if we can get that last little breakdown. We need about $300 left. I think we probably hit that. It looked good for a second. It looked good for a second. Let's see if we can keep going a little bit more. Still struggling though. Okay. I am $10. Guys, $10 away. We're one contracting this up. Okay? One contracting it up. $10. Maybe two. Come on, give me that $10, bro. Give me the $10. Two contracts. Give me the 10. I just need a $10 bill here. Oh my gosh, I need $2. Chat, $2. I need 50 cents. Okay, there we go. We did it. Sheesh, bro. So difficult, man. Like, we did it. All right, this is our we actually got funded. I'm getting the heck out of here. I'm locking myself out for the rest of the day. Sheesh, bro, I'm out of here. Hey, I love you all. Y'all check out Top Step if you want to help support the channel. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. Top Step gives you a demo. They test your skill. You got to make $1,500 one day, $1,500 the next on a $50K demo. If you do that, you get $50K in funding, 90% split. You get to keep your first $10K in profit as well. You just saw me hit the second end of that where I'm actually funded in this account. It was stressful, frustrating. If you want to check it out, no PDT in futures, 0 commission, so I can take all those contracts with no commission, tiny amount of fees. No PDT in futures. You can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, gold, some currencies. There's the link in chat. I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. Might be wildly wrong about anything and everything I say. Do not copy me. Definitely not an investment professional. Understand CFTC 4.41. Hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations. I love you guys. I'm closing it down. I'll see you.